Hey, this is Taylor with Believe in the Run. We're here with James, product line manager for Trail at Salomon, and he's going to take us through some of the offerings for spring 23.
Yeah, thanks. So we'll start with the SenseRide 5. So the SenseRide 5 gets an update for spring 23. Really big update to the midsole in particular. So previously we were using OptiVibe in there.
Yep.
We're moving away from that, and we're now going to be using Energy Foam, which you can find in the Pulsar Trail, which is currently in stores.
Yeah, exactly.
So Energy Foam is 45C in terms of durometer, so it means it's super cushy, but also really responsive and great rebound.
Yeah,
it makes for a really, really nice ride, as you're running along.
Yeah, and is it going to be the same drop? It looks to be the very similar shape from the past models, which a lot of people have really loved, especially the American audience has really loved this shoe. But same shape in general. Just the foam is the big deal.
Exactly. Yeah. Same last, same outsole geometry, same drop, same stack height. Okay. If it isn't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's such a great go-to shoe. Whether it's your first trail shoe or just you need that good all-rounder to go from your front door to the trailhead and out and about and have some fun.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it looks like the outsole too. Is this updated as well?
Lug geometry a little bit through the middle.
Okay.
But the compound is exactly the same.
Okay, great. Thank you. What's next?
So next we'll go into what we would call our faster pillar with the Pulsar Trail Pro 2. So as I said, the Pulsar Trail Pro is currently in stores. So the 2 comes out in spring 23.
Okay.
So what we've updated here is really the heel collar of the shoe. So we've added a little bit more reinforcement in there to just add a bit of stability more than anything. Other than that, we are working on the same mesh, the same Energy Foam midsole with the Energy Blade plate.
Yep.
So when we talk about a plate, we are talking about propulsion, but it's not a single piece sort of flat plate. It's more of a prong, which is great, and that just allows us a bit more flexibility in the right areas.
Yeah.
It also acts as an excellent ground filter.
Totally. And as compared to the SenseRide 5, this is going to have more of a rocker shape.
Yes.
It's going to feel generally faster, slimmer, and in our review of this year, really the heel was the only issue we had. So that's going to be a great update for anybody. Faster runs, you could even take a technical terrain if you wanted to.
I have.
I have too. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah. So be confident in your
great. Yeah, exactly.
So that's the Pulsar Trail 2.
Okay.
And from faster, we'll move to further.
Yeah, there we go.
So Ultra Glide 2. So the Ultra Glide has been out since 2021. A huge success, especially here in the US for us.
Yeah.
It had that wider fit compared to a SenseRide, and it was our first real foray into the high stack ultra distance shoe.
Yeah. And it really was at that time fairly revolutionary in terms of like foams, the feel, and especially for Salomon as a brand, that was a big step out. So what's different about this one?
So what we found with the first one is that we were lacking a little bit of TPU and protection over the top of the forefoot in particular. So we've just reinforced that over the top, and we've added it into the sort of the welded overlay of the Sensi fit. And shortened and reduced the size of the wings a tiny bit as well, just to make it a nice cleaner look. The midsole and the outsole does not change; it remains exactly the same, which is good because that's what worked well for the shoe.
Yep.
As did the last and the upper. I should also say it comes in a Gore-Tex version for spring 23.
Great.
So always good for that customer looking for some waterproof shoes.
Great. Yeah, and this one we've seen at like ultra distance races across the board, great daily trainer, anybody who likes that softer feel in general and more cushion. This is a great road to trail option. Is that kind of what it's still being pitched as?
We're definitely pitching it to the on the distance side and saying it is an ultra distance shoe, but you're absolutely right, it makes a great training shoe as well, and it does, the compound is good enough to do door to trail if you really need it to.
Because it does feel bouncy as compared to just sinking in.
I think that's the beauty of the Energy Foam that we have, and may have noticed it's
across the board.
Across the board. If you've got good foam that is soft but also very responsive and gives you the rebound, you're kind of hitting as close to the mark as you really can.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's really, really great for that.
Great, thank you. Anything else?
The other new product that is arriving in spring 23 is the Glide Max Trail.
Okay.
So really high stack height.
Yeah.
6 mil drop on this.
Okay.
And this is us doing that real big stack. This is our take on it. Sold in quite well into retail, so it was picked up. It's same last as the Ultra Glide, so it'll be the same fit, and then the big difference really is it has traditional laces as opposed to the quick lace.
Will there be a quick lace option, do you think, eventually with this, or are you going to stick with?
We'll stick with the...
Because that is a Salomon, part of the Salomon identity.
I think the idea of having the traditional lace on the shoe is that it will go to a different consumer, I think. A different customer will pick it up, because as much as we love the quick lace, not everybody does, unfortunately. So this is a great option for that person who wants a long distance training shoe. It's a race day shoe as well if you really want it to be. But yeah, just super comfortable, again, energy foam.
Yeah, exactly.
And it is a great long distance shoe.
Cool. And all these are going to be spring releases.
Yes.
Can we go through price real quick on any of these?
Yeah, sure. So your Sense Ride is $130.
Okay.
Pulsar Pro is going to be $160.
Okay.
Ultra Glide is at $140.
Okay.
And the Glide Max is at $150.
Okay. So great value for a lot of these. And you mentioned that this is really, you guys are building a quiver. And this is evident of that for sure.
Yeah, the idea is one shoe for a specific type of terrain or a specific type of consumer. Which is great, and I think it's what's needed. Hopefully the message is clear, communicated clearly.
It's coming out for sure.
And what we are doing, which is kind of cool, is these quiver products. You'll see here that they have a similar color palette. We will be implementing that for spring. These are actually fall colors. But the idea is that it's a unisex colorway.
Cool.
So yeah, just again something that's new and different for us as a brand. That I think is just cool. Like, it's nice to be able to, we get a lot of I want the women's colorway, or I want the men's colorway.
Appeal to everybody, for sure.
And these are the colors that we'll communicate, through our marketing as well.
Great. Okay. Cool. Well, thank you, James.
No worries. Thank you.